Here's your card trick. Here is a card trick, my friends. A simple one at that, but still a little bit visual because it looks like a color change. You get all the credit for a color change without ever actually performing a color change. So for this, we have a deck of playing cards that's mixed and shuffled, and we have the participant select a card. Let's say they pick this one right over here, the 8 of clubs. That card is lost in the middle of the deck where I'm overstating the obvious, right? I'm saying things that are obvious, like, look, I'm losing your card in the middle of the deck, even though they have eyeballs and they could see that the deck is thoroughly being shuffled. And we show them a random card, in this case, the 10 of clubs. And you go, hey, buddy, was that your card? And they go, no, that wasn't my card. And you go, well, you're looking at it kind of strange. Was it close?
Was it close?
And I go, that's great. That's great. As a matter of fact, let's try something here, because if you take the card and you shake it a little bit like this. The angle's not right for this one. I think, I think you definitely need to do from here. But if you shake it hard enough, it actually starts to look a little bit like what could be your card, right? Does it? Does it? If we slow down, it actually, well, looks exactly like your card.
Exactly like your card.
Now, for some reason, the frame rate of the camera doesn't do this justice. So you got to do this in person and look like your parents gave you thalidomide as a child. But grab a card and just shake it like this. And you're going to see that if you're shaking it with your arm motion and you're shaking it with your little fingers like this, it really does look like the other card, the one that you switched. A little bit of an interesting illusion there. It's a fun little thing, but just do it. Just shake it. And you're going to see that when you look at it, it looks exactly like it until you slow down. Now, I know that's dumb and that's stupid to us, to magicians that have handled decks of playing cards. But to a layperson, it's a very striking effect because to them, you've just changed the card that you're holding in your hand. Now, there are a number of ways to play with this, and I'm going to show you the simplest. Speaking of simple, my brand new book, The Art of the Squeal, is available now. Check it in the link in the description section below, full of moves, routines, fun, ideas, rave reviews all around, my friends. Everyone has said, whoa, what a nice book. Damn, man, these ideas are so much fun, and you could be having fun too. If not, just check out the PigCake Magic Academy, which is also linked down below. You can get a free trial by clicking the link in the description section. So the setup for this is you have 2 cards that are very similar on top of the deck. In this case, we have the 8 of clubs, which is going to be their card, and we have the 10 of clubs, which is going to be the similar card, and those end up on top. At this point, you execute any force you want. You could riffle your little thumb down the end of the pack and say, please call stop. And you go, don't forget your card. Make sure to have a very unnatural rocking action as you show the card to cover the actual riffle force. I have a plethora of forces available on the channel and on the Academy, so you should check those out as well. But ultimately, you need this card picked and controlled to the top of the deck without losing place of the similar card. The way I like doing this is just you show the card. You're going to cut this one in the middle. It's going directly above the 10. And now, instead of pushing it in flush, which they think I'm doing, I'm pushing it in at an angle, baby. And look at what that does. It gives me a break, a little bit of a pinky break there. And now I could just cut to the break and shuffle that card to the top. At this point, you're going to execute a double lift and show this 10 and go, that wasn't your card, right? And they're going to go, no. And you can mention the fact, well, you're looking at it kind of strange. It lets me know that maybe it's close. And they go, yeah, whoa, how'd you know that? And then you tell them it's because I forced the card on you. You have no free will. I made you pick the card. You do as I tell you. And you go, I could actually show you a very interesting illusion with this. And you're going to take it and you're going to pinch it here in the short end, my favorite end. You're going to pinch it and you're going to hold it here and do the shaking action. Now, you're going to try your best not to actually separate the cards, but you're going to go, look, if I do this, it kind of starts to look like your card. Now, the lighting here is difficult. And all you're going to do here is you're doing this bit. You go, the lighting here is difficult. You're going to place that on top of the deck. And you go, let's try it somewhere over here, maybe. And all I'm doing is just I'm putting it on top of the deck. So now, guess what? When I lift the card up, it's their card, baby. And you go, let's try it over here. Does it look better here? Does it look better there? I think it starts to look better. Look, if you look close, it looks really like your card. It looks a lot like your card, as a matter of fact. You could play this up in a number of ways. You could slow it down and go, look, if you stop, it actually looks exactly like your card, as a matter of fact. Now, what you could do is that you could slow it down and show them that it's their card without stopping and going, see, because the lighting here, it looks just like your card. But if I do it over here where the lighting is different, watch. See, it doesn't look like your card anymore. As a matter of fact, it looks just like the 10. Isn't it weird? Isn't it a strange optical illusion? And all I'm doing there is just placing this card on top and then doing Marlowe's retention change. So I'm going to place it up here. I've taught this many times on the channel, and just doing Marlowe's retention switch. So this card is going down at the same time that this card is falling out. And then I just continue the shaking action, and then they see clearly that it's not their card. So you have this weird illusion where, oh my God, it looked just like my card, but it wasn't. So am I hallucinating? Have I taken too much opiate? Have I consumed too much opiate, Anthony? As you can see, it's a dumb little idea. It's stupid. All you're doing is shaking a card, but you could stretch this out and turn this into something quite novel. Simple, my friends, simple. Too many times we overcomplicate things. We add this, we add that. No, all it takes is this, and you have a nice little memorable trick. Some advice at the end of the video, something I learned about CVS recently. I got my ears pierced because I was pretty trashed a couple of days ago. And I went to CVS because you need saline. You need saline solution if you want to actually squirt your little ear and sanitize it. So I bought the wrong one. I bought one that was for your nasal cavity. That was 3% saline. What you need is 0.9% saline or sodium chloride. So what I did is that you could just return anything you want to CVS. I didn't have a receipt. And I go, hey, I bought this here yesterday. Can I return it? And she goes, yeah, but we have to give you store credit. I'm like, that's fine with me. I didn't show her a receipt. I showed her my ID, I guess, maybe, so that I'm not in the system as maybe doing this often. But I just returned it and I got the right one. So you could pretty much return anything to CVS pharmacy. Imas.
I see you again. When 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 I see you again.